When you rinse through the last 4 weeks, the race comes down to these two. Chasing the crown, the goal-scoring exploits of Sam Apuzzo have kept her hot on the heels of Taylor Marino, the defending champion who has turned back all threats to her title. Happy for one last shot, they stick together with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN. You're watching Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN, presented by Topps. Today, the curtain comes down on the final day of the season, and it's time to make it happen, Captain. From USA Lacrosse headquarters, it's a battle royal between Team Apuzzo and Team Marino. These athletes have locked horns for 4 weeks, 56 of them, divided into 4 constantly changing squads. The scoring system has pushed and pulled them into shape, and this game will determine who the individual champion will be in 2023. A very pleasant welcome to you, along with Courtney Martinez-Connor, a 5-time national champion at Maryland. I'm Joe Beninati. Courtney, we are down to the final 40 minutes of the summer season. What should the motivations be for all of the players in this game?
You know, I think first and foremost, they just want to perform well individually. That's how you can move up the leaderboard, and this is their last possible chance at doing that. They also wanted to do well as a team. It's all about helping out their captains who are in those highest spots generally on the leaderboard. So win as many quarters as you can, as well as come out with the final win of Athletes Unlimited.
We direct all eyes to the leaderboard right now, up to the minute, and remind you that the top 4 will medal. The overall number 1 will be the gold medalist and champion.
Any of these players with a purple or blue next to their name, they are done playing for the day. So they will stay with their current points. But anybody in gold and orange, Taylor Marino, Sam Apuzzo, Marie McCool, Dempsey Arsenault, Britt Reed, they have the opportunity to continue to progress. And that's either up or down.
Shall we begin? Sam Apuzzo is a good place to start. Terrific this year. But odds are, Court, she's going to need an enormous performance to land the title.
That's right, Joe. But if anyone could move up the leaderboard quickly, their name is Sam Apuzzo. She is a competitor. She is known to carry the team on her back. She has an intensity that drives her on the field to score goals and cause turnovers.
Sam knows she can count on Ali Mastriani and Dempsey Arsenault to give their all today, chasing their own glory.
Both Ali Mastriani and Dempsey Arsenault, they are two-way midfielders. They're dominant at both ends of the field, tough defenders, shifty dodgers. When they are consistent with their play and have those connections with their captain, good things happen on the field. Which
takes us to the other side of the discussion and the legitimate possibility that Taylor Marino will repeat as a champion.
Throughout Athletes Unlimited Season 3, Taylor has just been a defensive stalwart, a true quarterback in goal. Her eyes are always locked in. She's making countless 10-plus saves each and every game. She loves the mental aspect of the game. I do expect for her to continue that lead. 2 speed merchant midfielders are there to assist and also drive themselves up the leaderboard. McCool, Kennedy, they are just fun to watch. Powerful players on the field. You recognize their efforts at both ends, being midfielders, when they produce on the field. And that means scoring goals, causing turnovers on the DN, making those big-time plays. Then the team in gold does well. Maria Tribal Piece has the sidelines for us. She lets us know what the front runners are thinking.
Both Taylor Marino and Sam Apuzzo acknowledged that the leaderboard was there, but they said that's not what they're thinking about. Sam said, you know, after today, I won't get to play lacrosse for a couple of months, so I really want to soak in every moment. Taylor said the same thing. She said, I have an opportunity to play professional lacrosse with my best friends. I want to do my best to win and just have fun.
She's been fun to watch. Both of these two captains have been throughout in the summer of 2023. Throughout this summer, a pleasure to keep in touch with the athletes on the field, get you into the game. Today, Taylor Marino is with us, kind enough to join us. And Taylor, what have you liked most about your teammates this week?
I think, honestly, they're working really, really well together. We're just having fun. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is just having fun, having a good time, and getting to enjoy the sport.
Taylor, with this team, you've been able to draft 4 of them throughout Athletes Unlimited. What's the best part of this group?
Honestly, I got a lot of Carolina girls with me, fellow Tar Heels, so that's been like really, really nice to have that chemistry kind of already solidified. And then we just have, some great talent on both ends. Great to have Kylie Miller back in there, and it's awesome to see Izzy really throwing some heat nowadays. So glad I'm not on the other end of it.
Aiming to be a repeat champion. Thanks very much, Taylor. We'll be checking in with you from time to time.
Appreciate it.
Marino ready to go. Apuzzo ready to go. Orange squad led by Captain Apuzzo. The gold team led by Team Marino. The on officials, Ronnie Anton, Kim Kramer, Erica Leslie, Liz Brush. Lynn Bowers is the table official. We're off and running. Game 24 of 24. Earlier today, Team Bosco prevailed in another one-point decision. You'll be seeing the leaderboard throughout. Find your favorite players as those move up and down the leaderboard. It's so influential as we settle in on 4 finalists, 4 medalists. But throughout, the higher you move on the board, the better you do with respect to your bonus pool money and how you can help with your charitable cause. Apuzzo's early shot sails wide. 6-on-6 at this end of the field. 10-on-10 in Athletes Unlimited. There is a 60-second shot clock. Moreau worms her way in with 10 seconds to shoot. And it's Wakefield right where she needed to be defensively, teaming up with the likes of Hannah Dorney, looking to clear. Wakefield, among the all-defensive team members, casually brings it across. First offensive touch for the Golden Girls.
You have to keep an eye on number 23 on the defensive end of the field. She is able to get a lot of cause turnover points. That's 14 points because she does some back-sided doubles. Loves to come in, confuse the defense, or confuse the offense. They have no clue she's coming in, and then she's always super quick to recover.
Allie Kennedy not there in time. This is a turnover back to Team Apuzzo. The all-defensive team, Abby Bosco, Lizzie Colson for a second time. Courtney Taylor and Caroline Wakefield. In our post-game ceremonies today, the 4 medalists will be honored, as well as a Defender of the Year and Teammate of the Year. Mastriani on the go! Cranks that one off the crossbar. The huge rebound right to Dempsey Arsenal.
Now Team Apuzzo can take their time a little bit. They already know what works well. A few righty sweep dodges. Anytime you have success with getting shots off, again, that one right off the crossbar, you want to try and take another look at that.
Patient offensive set here for Mastriani, who had a hat trick earlier this week. Gilbert on the go, the only player who can say she scored in every game this season. Lets it fly. Marino shuffling over. Marino started the day just 2 saves away from breaking her own individual single-season record for stops in an Athletes Unlimited campaign. That'll happen soon with the way she racks them up. Arsenal against Kennedy. The feed for Vanthof. Vanthof's bouncer. There's a stop for Marino. Every goalie save is worth 5 points on the leaderboard total.
Joe, and they reset that shot clock already once inside. So I believe that was her second save, unless it was a shot clock reset by accident.
She looked like she shuffled over on the short side of one, her offside, but not sure if she was officially credited, but it won't harm her. Marino, all she's done in some 23 games of play is go double-figure saves 17 times. McMahon on the fly, fires and scores! Izzy McMahon rips one past Britt Reed.
Izzy McMahon doesn't need a lot of space to get moving. She is so quick in her takeoffs, but we see her dragging Lizzie Colson out pretty far, and then she just accelerates and explodes right towards the middle. Dodging by not just Lizzie Colson, but the sliding Dempsey Arsenal. A quick release after that point. She's not waiting for that third slide to come in. Izzy McMahon with the shifty moves, putting Team Marino on the board first.
McMahon, 4 sisters, all of whom play lacrosse. Izzy leading the way on the Athletes Unlimited lacrosse front. Bags another tally. She has goals in 5 of her last 8. To the draw circle, Mastriani and Aldave, and this one comes up for 21 in orange. Ali Mastriani among the draw control leaders this summer. She's fouled, and this will be a card. This is going to be a player-up situation for Team Apuzzo. Marie McCool walking off the field.
Yellow card issued to number 4 Gold for a check to the head. It's 1 minute releasable penalty.
Lynn Bowers is our table official. She'll keep us informed.
As we take another look, 2 former Tar Heels, McCool catching Mastriani up high, right in the face. That's why she's going to be sitting out in a player-up opportunity for Team Apuzzo as they are looking to level the score out.
Circle it up with Scotty Rose Growney straight away. Apuzzo finds Vanthoff. Vanthoff with a Twizzler. She scores.
Taylor Vanthoff has such incredible reach. She is a tall player on the field. She's posted up, one of the low players along with Sam Apuzzo. The reach of her arms getting around the defensive player. As we watch one more time, Ella Simpkins sliding in, and she just gets her arms up and away from that defensive player. Very smart. She has a slick stick as she has evened things out today.
Taylor Vanthoff scored the first goal of the week back on Thursday. She gets the first goal for Team Apuzzo today, deadlocking the score at 1. Everybody loves to rep Athletes Unlimited. You can too. Be sure to check out all the great gear, including the new Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse player name and number t-shirts. Go to shop.auprosports.com and get yours today. Aldave and Mastriani on the draw. And there's McCool, who's the all-time leader in draw controls. So crafty and so swift around the circle. Sure-handed on the ground balls. As Simpkins will walk it ahead. Ella shares with Andy Aldave. Aldave, the huge Orioles and Ravens fan. We're about 20 miles north of Baltimore. Oldmiller going to the goal, bounced it wide of Reed, who stepped way out on the angle. I know the Ravens were involved with their NFL preseason opener yesterday. This pass for Meg Dowdy is a failed clear. It's a turnover and a chance for Izzy McMahon to pounce for Team Marino.
Now, Joe, I will say from the earlier game today and already early here in this first quarter, probably more turnovers than what we're used to seeing, and I think just fatigue. This is the third game over 4 days. This is the end of the run for all of these players. Even though they're going to leave it all out on the field, just decision-making hasn't quite been there.
Kennedy off the crossbar, the ricochet to Moreau. And Moreau will wander back. Two-way midfielder who played every position except goalie in college. Arsenault on the move. There's Gilbert! She scores!
A great transition from the defensive end of the field. Fast break situation for all the players in orange. Moreau with the speed in front of her. A lot of ball movement for Team Apuzzo as they have taken the lead here in Athletes Unlimited.
Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN is sponsored by Tops and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. The scowl on the face of Sam Apuzzo, she definitely means business today. Her squad on top of Team Marino, 2-1 in the early going. Vanthoff and Gilbert with goals back-to-back after the early strike from Izzy McMahon. Folks, with this special guest in, it's time to name our Air National Guard Mover and Shaker of the Week.
I'm Staff Sergeant Sarah Stanton, production recruiter at the 182nd Airlift Wing, Peoria, Illinois. The Air National Guard's motto is always ready, always there. We proudly partner with Athletes Unlimited, who support players who are always ready to compete for the top spot. Let's find out who climbed their way up to the leaderboard rankings to earn the title of the Air National Guard's Mover of the Week.
Sarah, thank you very much. Courtney, no surprise to see that it's Kylie Ohlmiller in charge.
Kylie Ohlmiller moving up 16 spots on the leaderboard. She had a couple big days. She earned 6 goals in her game on Thursday night, Joe, and you got to remember that one.
Yes, I can do that for sure. It cost me some time in eye black. There it was. No surprise that Kylie wore it better than me. I was just happy to be a part of it. An inspirational figure that Kylie had no need required. She's got hat tricks in each of her last 3 games. She has been on an extreme hot streak as we've crossed the midway mark of the opening quarter today. Her side trailing by 1. Team Marino battling Team Apuzzo, Sam and Taylor fencing for the overall champion of Athletes Unlimited. Taylor Cummings was the inaugural champ in 2021. Marino, as a rookie, won it all last year, edging Sam Apuzzo by just 16 points when it was all said and done on the leaderboard. Marino had a healthier lead today, a much healthier lead, over 14 in the orange. Apuzzo going to the goal. Spins back and draws the double. Vanthoff open. Vanthoff puts it away.
Defensively, some miscommunication. You can't leave adjacent to the ball open. As Sam Apuzzo draws the double team, Marie McCool is on her player. Nobody getting cross crease. Taylor Vanthoff realizing that. A nice quick cut, a quick release as defense finally figured it out, but a little bit too late.
Vanthoff, who had a 2-goal game back in week 2, has 2 already today. Team Apuzzo, with 3 points in succession in a little less than 2 minutes, has the 2-point advantage as we grow late in the opening quarter. And just a reminder, if you've been with us all season long, you know there are 20 points available for all 14 players on the roster of the team that wins each individual quarter. You win the game today, everybody on your side gets 45 points. Those win points per quarter and per game, so valuable in the quest to move up on the leaderboard individually. McMahon, picked up by Kayla Wood. Wood's been outstanding this summer as a shutdown defender. Ohlmiller with Dowdy on her. Long drive, sails high, backed up on the end line by Dorney. Marie McCool, who has rocketed up the leaderboard since week 1, gets to the alley here from the bad angle. She scores! A patented Marie McCool strike.
If I could draw up a signature goal for Marie McCool, this would be it. She doesn't leave a lot of space for a quality shot, but she is just always able to shoot nice, low, and away. She gets on the underside of her defensive player, first beating Dempsey Arsenal, Kayla Wood, before she's even arrived. Marie McCool getting rid of that ball, changing the level, making it difficult for any keeper to save.
12 points there for Marie on the goal. 1 point for the team. It's 3-2. Marie McCool, who has scored in 33 career games in her 3rd season with Athletes Unlimited. And this summer, not half bad. She's tallied in 11 of 12. Off this draw, possession's going to come up for Kayla Wood. She'll leave it to Britt Reed. Reed was a team captain in the first 2 weeks of the summer. The netminder, badgered by Dorney. starts the clearing efforts. Courtney, it seems like it was just yesterday that we met with Britt Reed's son, River. She and wife, Christy, proud to introduce the baby boy to everybody in Athletes Unlimited at the outset of this summer.
And he had some swag to go along with his style.
I'm just looking forward to the hand-me-downs. Moreau lets it go. She scores. Amy Moreau on the run.
Moreau, one of the rookies here in Athletes Unlimited Season 3. She has an impact all over the field. Generally, you notice her dirty work, the hard work in the middle of the field. But if she feels like she has an advantage on the offensive side, step on her defender, she is most definitely going hard to the cage. Moreau now extending the lead by 2 for Team Apuzzo.
Moreau, who finished up her work week in week 3 with the goals in back-to-back games, strikes here, and Team Apuzzo in the orange is doubling up Team Marino in the quest for those 20 points for the quarter. Everybody moving up and down on the leaderboard. Marie McCool doing just the same with another draw control there, going to goal. The higher you place on the leaderboard, the better you do with respect to your bonuses and how much you can help contribute to your charitable cause. Izzy McMahon has struck today, finding Kennedy. Kennedy slashing in, lost that one out of the top of her cross. She was picked up late by Lizzie Colson.
And you could see her actions. She had her hands up in front. She felt like Team Apuzzo was walling it in front of the goal. There's no shooting space or 3 seconds.
McMahon on the go, bounced that one wide of Reed, who went to the half split. Backed up on the end line by Dorney. Get it into the cross of Oldmiller, and then straight away McCool. Around the screen there set by Oldmiller. That drive's fought off. Britt Reed in the cage. Soon to have her 3rd different 100 save season. Britt Reed with Athletes Unlimited from the very beginning, one of the pioneers.
Joe, in Season 1, she had an injury that nobody even knew about. Talk about overcoming adversity and doing so well on the leaderboard.
Not just any injury, too. It was a torn ACL.
It still managed to play and do so well. Incredible.
Came back off that injury, and then in the World Games was all world for Team England. Oldmiller bumped away by Wood, fires that one from down under. It sails wide, and Kylie Oldmiller is down in a heap at the 8-meter key. Athletic trainers coming out to tend to the fallen Oldmiller. Late in the opening quarter. Gingerly back up to her feet.
As we take another look at this, she gets a shot off. Falling in process, potentially a push as she was going down. Or was she falling prior to that? Curious if they're going to call a foul or not.
Can't help but hold your breath when you see Oldmiller go down like that. She missed all of last summer in Athletes Unlimited after a knee injury that was sustained in the World Games. Jogging off and looking in sturdy fashion as she makes her way to the sideline for a breather.
Joe, obviously the rules in Athletes Unlimited, they're a little bit different from the collegiate game in terms of more aggressiveness, more physicality.
McMahon drilled that one right to the chest protector of Reed.
But earlier on in the season, they just had a point of emphasis discussion. The PEC very involved in helping set the rules throughout the year. Player concerns are always addressed. Things are adapted and changed, adjusted as needed. No rule changes. Just a point of emphasis reminding everyone you cannot displace a player on the field.
Final 25 seconds of this opening quarter. Team Apuzzo in orange. Looks like they're set to bank the 20 points for winning this frame. Mastriani on the go. She sailed that over Marino's head. Gilbert brings it in off the end line. Lauren Gilbert inside roll. Lost it there against Wakefield as Kennedy speeds back the other direction. 4 seconds now, 3. Good ride by Apuzzo at the final horn. As we have played 10 minutes in Sparks, Maryland, Team Apuzzo banks the 20 for winning the first.
That last sequence is exactly what I'm talking about. Sam Apuzzo doing what was necessary to potentially stop a goal from being scored, potentially causing a turnover. She just never gives up down to that final whistle.
It's Champions Week with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse presented by Tops. The defending champ Taylor Marino trying to hold off the captain Sam Apuzzo. We're done with 1 quarter of play. Don't threaten Mira with a good time. 4-2, Team Apuzzo.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk that. At the same time, gotta walk that. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Third to throw home. Got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
After 10 minutes of play in this, the final game of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse this season, presented by Tops. Sam Apuzzo there front and center. Her squad has the 2-point advantage after 10. Thanks to a couple of goals from Taylor Van Thoff, it's a 4-2 lead. 20 points for all 14 players dressed in orange so far today. We had the chance to catch up with Sam Apuzzo. We asked her thoughts, what it would mean to her if she were to be the Athletes Unlimited champion.
After last year, I'm very hungry.
Right on cue, Apuzzo with her 4th of the day.
Her eyes are on the prize.
It would mean a lot. I think it's just a culmination of all the hard work I've kind of put in my whole career of playing lacrosse. There's a lot of teamwork and there's a lot of players that get you there. So it's yes, I'd be really honored, but it's a really kind of an aha moment of everything that everyone has created for this league.
Sam Apuzzo, 7 multi-goal games this season. She's picked up a helper. You get 4 points for an assist in Athletes Unlimited. Apuzzo trying to chase down Marino for the top spot when all is said and done today. Earlier today, reminder, this is a doubleheader action as usual with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, and earlier today, Abby Bosco's team was victorious. The rookie defender is joining us as a star in the stands right now. Abby, how much fun did you have in this your first season as a pro?
Oh, it was so much fun. I enjoyed every second of it, getting to meet new people, play with some of the goats of the game. It was awesome.
Abby, and you had a tall task as a rookie being a captain. How did you handle it all?
It was hard, but I think I definitely leaned on some of the veterans, especially the college coaches, and they were more than willing to help me out in every way possible, so I definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without them.
Just about to get the second quarter started here today between Team Apuzzo and Team Marino. Abby Bosco, I have to ask, coming from the college ranks, what was the biggest difference between the amateur ranks and the pros?
Yeah, I would say the physicality and the pace of play, and every single player is phenomenal and going 110% every single second, so you can't even have a 0.2 millisecond lapse. You know, you got to be on at all moments.
Abby, you're a player who I wouldn't say is incredibly tall on the field, yet you managed to come up with some big plays. How do you do it?
I think just that heart and that determination, and I kind of use my size to my advantage. Squeeze in there when you can, and just whenever the ball's in the air or on the ground, eye on the ball.
Marie McCool has the ball outside the 8-meter key. sharing with McMahon, trying to get the jump on Kayla Wood. Abby, you're a top flight defender. We're watching Kayla work. What makes her the defender that she is as Reed makes the denial on Kennedy?
Absolutely. She's so physical, so quick with her feet, and is also really great at pushing the transition. She's definitely a player that's super fun to watch as another defender.
Abby, earlier in the season, you had a chance to be teammates with Taylor Marino on the gold team. What was she like as a captain?
Oh, that was such a fun week. You know, she's an incredible player, and that speaks for itself, but also an incredible leader and an incredible captain. So I think I was able to learn from her and learn from Sam Apuzzo week 1 on kind of what qualities it takes to be a good leader and be that captain that the players need. So it was a great experience being on Team Gold week 2.
Abby, thanks so much for your thoughts. We'll check in with you a little later, too, but we appreciate it.
Sounds good.
Team Apuzzo on top by 2, looking for more. The captain wheels in and finds Mastriani. Allie hawked there defensively and quickly by Dorney. Apuzzo on the run. Sharing the ball. Nice catch by Vanthoff, who has 2 goals already today. Gilbert has struck again. She wheeled right into Wakefield. Mastriani zings that one high. 2 minutes clear in quarter 2. Halfway through the 60-second shot clock. Mastriani has some room now. Fighting away from the check of Simpkins. Allie Mastriani, former National Midfielder of the Year at North Carolina. Apuzzo wants the ball from the top. Sam Apuzzo yanked that one wide. Gilbert there for the backup. Shot clock down to 3. Shot clock violation, -2 for all the players dressed in orange.
You know, defensively, anytime that happens, that you are able to stop a high-powered offense, you got to feel a little bit more confident. Give a pep in your step, especially as you transition to that offensive end of the field. You want to use it as a spark.
McMahon works to the interior. Her shot was blocked by Dowdy. Taken off the ground by Lizzie Colson. Another 2 points for the ground ball as Colson speeds away. Finds Arsenault, playmaking midfielder, back to Colson. They weren't on the same page there. This is a turnover to Team Marino. The defending champion tiptoes in that goal circle. Marino outlets for Wakefield to clear. In their battles against each other, there have been 6 of them. Team Apuzzo against Team Marino. Apuzzo has been victorious in 4 of the 6 and has scored 11 times.
To think that this is the 7th matchup between these 2 captains and these 2 colors, I think is remarkable. It just speaks volumes of how they're able to continue showcasing their skills week in, week out.
Apuzzo's been a captain 2 seasons straight. All of last year, all of this summer. McMahon with 10 seconds to shoot. Here comes a double. Ohlmiller, keep it hot. Kennedy fires just wide of Britt Reed, who slid into that split save effort. Shot clock violation against Team Marino. Still looking for the first point, first goal of this second quarter. Just past the top of the hour now. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor, Maria Trivalpiece on the sidelines as we shout out thanks to all the men and women in our technical crew. Throughout this game, we'll be thanking a lot of folks before it's all said and done, starting with our sponsors for all of their generous support this summer. Arsenault feeds. Vanthoff on the sneak, tries that Twizzler move again, and that shot hit the defender. Going to be a card against Taylor Vanthoff.
Joe, let me tell you, you know as a former keeper
Dangerous
that those balls don't feel good.
97 orange, it's a yellow card, releasable play.
Especially when they get you like this from close range. Ouch. Ella Simpkins.
And Joe, she's holding her hip like that ball got her above the knee.
The officials thankfully didn't see it that way. Earlier in the season, we had a couple of players ejected for red cards in similar circumstances. This is a player up now for Team Marino, 6-on-5. Marino goals from McMahon and McCool to this point. Kennedy shares with Oldmiller. Dowdy is there. Change the formation. Pass to the inside, quick stick. And rejected by Reed. Bree Olson made a nice pass there. She sprints back to get in the hole defensively. Bree Olson engaged to her high school sweetheart. Dad was her coach all the way through high school, Bree Gross, who hails from California. She says the game's really growing for girls and for women out west.
You know, it's been exciting to watch over the years. No longer are players just being recruited to all the top schools from traditional areas. It's also just about those with the desire to have good coaching, get themselves into situations. Lauren Gilbert, she being one of them.
From Oregon, and a bounce shot. It's Dempsey Arsenal to the roof.
Dempsey Arsenal, we talked about her ability to be a smooth dodger on the field. She's a grinder and makes some moves in this two-man game with Lauren Gilbert. Takes a quick shot before defense is sliding as she's put Team Apuzzo up by a score of 5-2.
Dempsey Arsenault has just extended the lead for Team Apuzzo. The first goal in the second quarter. Team Apuzzo besting Team Marino to this point 5-2. Sam Apuzzo has been a post-game MVP 24 times in her career. It is amazing. She's wearing a microphone today. Let's go into the game with Air National Guard and the captain.
Got it. Heads. Ooh, Kaylee. Let's go.
It's heads. So what would you like?
Possession, please.
Possession.
Yeah! Dempsey, let's go. Amy!
Nice job.
Great job. Hey, that was totally a good job. Dempsey, great job. Lauren, good finish. Come on. Good job, you guys. Hey, great stops down there. Great stops down there.
Just be careful, because you saw Andy's, like, I think they're trying to do the same thing we are, almost like off the clear. Yeah. Just like trying to block it, really. Take your time. If anything, I'll call timeout. Yeah. Okay, just kind of like, I'll
Sam Apuzzo with a lot of chatter, and as a captain, Courtney, she always reminds us, it's the captain's job to get the teams through the tougher times. Her squad entering play today with a 1-1 mark, and this the last game of the season, game 24 of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse Season 3.
You know, it's always fun to watch Sam on the field, how she gets those around her rallying. I do think she brings out the best in whoever she plays with.
Sam Apuzzo began the day in second. She remains in second as you see the leaderboard. Katie Glynn's season is complete. Her point total will stay at 1,346. Will that be good enough to keep her in the top four? The top four will medal when all is said and done.
McCool has an opportunity to bust into that top four as well. She isn't that far off. If she has a multi-goal game, again, causing turnovers, those are worth even more than scoring a goal. Plus, you see her scooping up ground balls, winning possession for her team at the draw. A lot of opportunity here, but they also need to come up with those quarter wins.
Ready to go inside the draw circle. Mastriani and Aldave, familiar combatants there. With the 20 points on the line for the second quarter, Arsenal has given Team Apuzzo the lead in this frame. 3:48 left in it. If you're Sam Apuzzo and you're trying to make up the ground that you're trying to on Team Marino, you need to just about sweep today.
Oh, no question. Sweep and put up some major points.
Ohlmiller rolling back on Dowdy. Dowdy has a way of extinguishing the top offensive talents in this league. We saw her completely eliminate Kenzie Kent from a game earlier this summer. She's got Ohlmiller on for size today. McCool off the two-person game. Shot clock's down to 20. Dorney inverted against Wood. Aldave around the horn, cycling this up for Kennedy. Off the split against Moreau. The throwback to McMahon, that was well read by Mastriani. Fast break time for Team Apuzzo, but Allie forgot something at midfield. Violation, shot clock violation, was whistled as players from both sides had an argument with that call.
Looks like it was an inadvertent whistle. So the play will continue on. Allie Kennedy able to get that ball back.
Kennedy yet to strike for her bunch today in goal. Team Marino. Tallies from McMahon and McCool, and that's all she wrote. Ball down for Dorney. Running for cover as Colson's right there in her hip pocket. McCool dancing with it against Mastriani. A Tar Heel battle there. Moreau will intercede out of UMass. Mira Shane, as always, with an earshot of our microphones, barking out encouragement for her team's offense. She's the understudy to Taylor Marino. Backup netminder for Britt Reed is Sarah Resnick, who's on her way to nursing school. McMahon was hit around the head area, no whistle. As the shot clock expires, -2 for everybody in goal.
Joe, one of the biggest things that you notice on the field, the high emotions, the incredible intensity. Both teams, neither of them letting their thoughts go by the wayside. They certainly are vocal. McMahon for that last one.
No reason to save it after today, Court. Game 24 of 24. This is the end of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse Season 3. All the while, championship season number 4 in Athletes Unlimited Softball carries on for a couple more weeks. Apuzzo rips one past Marino and picks up 12 points on the leaderboard chase.
This is Sam's first goal of the day. She had an assist on the first goal of the game, this time giving Team Marino a dose of their own medicine. It's like a shot, just like Marie McCool. Low angle, not a lot to move with, but her arms are free. She is able to have those eyes locked in on that net and capitalize.
Apuzzo on the board with a tally and an assist. Folks, for every assist during this year's Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse season, Aspiration committed to planting 10 trees. Stay tuned throughout the season. We'll let you know how many of those trees will be planted thanks to Aspiration's support. Final stages of the opening half. Chance for us to thank everyone involved in management with Athletes Unlimited for their faith in us this summer and for helping us have the resources we need. Hat tips especially to Sherry and to Eric. In the final minute of the opening half, Team Apuzzo in orange has the 2-goal advantage in this second quarter. They're about to bank another 20 points for winning the frame. And Team Marino has gone ice cold shooting-wise. Scored on 2 of their first 5. They've missed their last 9. 26 seconds left. Apuzzo gets it from Gilbert. Little one-on-one game with Trenchard. Arsenal feed it inside. Too hot to handle. Shovel shot there. Yanked wide by Apuzzo. on the end line, closest to the ball where it leaves after a shot. Arsenal gets possession back for Team Apuzzo, but this is a end of quarter situation. Team Apuzzo wins the second frame 2-zip and carries a 6-2 lead to the break.
Sam Apuzzo and her teammates doing everything they can to not just move themselves up individually on the leaderboard, but also their captain. Back-to-back quarter wins. Sam Apuzzo with a goal and an assist. Keep your eyes on her. She is always number 14 in orange, getting her teammates pumped up, bringing out their best.
Last year at this time, Team Marino won the final game over Team Apuzzo 9-7. It helped Taylor clinch the Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse title and gold medal in Season 2. Will she prevail in this, the third year? She had a healthy lead, did Marino, over Apuzzo when play began today. Team Apuzzo, though, the 6-2 leader after 20 minutes. At USA Lacrosse headquarters, we send you to Maria Trivalpiece. She has Taylor Van Thoff nearby.
Taylor, 2 goals already in the half. What allows you to be so aggressive when going to the cage?
Our offense has just been really poised and giving confidence to one another, which it's been exciting and calm all at once.
The offense has been working, but so has the defense. What have they done well?
They're just coming up with those scrappy ground balls off the draw. Lizzie's coming up with some draw controls, and again, we're just connecting really well, defense to midfield, right into the attacking end.
20 minutes left in this Athletes Unlimited season. How do you make the most of it?
It's super exciting. It's awesome to actually be part of the last game, but we're here for Captain Sam Apuzzo, and excited and grateful to be playing with her.
Thank you, Taylor.
Yeah, thank you.
Joe.
Taylor Van Thoff, a veteran at the attack position in Athletes Unlimited. There have been some outstanding rookie performances in Athletes Unlimited. Between quarters 2 and 3, we'll share a few of those. Mira Shane dancing and cheering on from the sidelines. We've got halftime for you on ESPN straight ahead.
There's power in my voice.
When I use it.
To speak up for a cause.
To encourage the person next to me. To help us hear the voiceless.
To represent my people.
To shine a light on the truth.
To show others what is possible.
To change the course of history.
To remind you of the power in yours.
There is power in your voice, but only when you use it.
His third, the throw home. Got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
Things happen fast with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. We've rapidly played the first half of the last game of this campaign. Team Apuzzo and Team Marino making adjustments for quarter number 3 on ESPN. Courtney, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. These rookies have warmed well to Athletes Unlimited.
There's 4 rookies who have really stood out this season in Athletes Unlimited. Abby Bosco leading away. She is one of the captains during the final week. She is just a knack for being around the ball, whether it's causing turnovers, picking up ground balls. She always puts herself in the right place at the right time. She's incredibly fast and is good on body defense.
Katie Detweiler hasn't shied away from the toughest covers.
I love to watch Katie Detweiler. She really gets into the hands of her offensive players. She has quick feet, goes for some checks that could be a little bit risky, but they pay off for her. Not giving a lot of space is what gives her that accountability to come up with a lot of caused turnovers as well.
Amy Moreau, we're talking about a full field midfielder who excels at both ends, takes pride on defense, and will transition from defense to offense and do damage.
She does a lot of the dirty work on the field. What I mean by that, she starts the offense. She sees space in front of her, she's gonna take it. She'll go to goal, transitions that ball with her speed, but she's physically tough on the defensive end of the field and can get to the cage quickly.
Then Livy Rosenzweig, a week 2 injury replacement. She may be the best of the bunch.
It's so fun to watch her at the draw circle. She can place the ball any and everywhere, especially drawing it to herself. But what's fun on the field is her IQ offensively. She knows where that defense is. She feels them out and takes some pretty fancy shots.
Friends, we need to take a quick TV timeout. Once we check back in with you, it'll be time to look ahead at what's left on the Athletes Unlimited softball schedule. That comes after this. Two quarters down, 2 to go on ESPN from right here at USA Lacrosse HQ in Sparks, Maryland. Team Apuzzo and Team Marino getting some rest back in the locker room after one half of play. While Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse ends today, its softball season has 2 more weeks left to play. Mia Davidson and Megan Ferramo square off tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPNU. Then you see the draft will come up on Monday. The following week's schedule is on the board, and as of today, Odyssey Alexander, Bubba Nichols, Sierra Romero, 1, 2, 3 on the leaderboard. Lax fans, listen up. We have one more segment to share at the half. When we return, Courtney Martinez, Connor, and I will run back the highlights of the opening 20 minutes.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Third, the throw home. Got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
I am the performance manager of AU Women, and I'm so glad that you're all here.
There's power in my voice.
When I use it.
To speak up for a cause.
To encourage the person next to me. To help us hear the voiceless.
To represent my people.
To shine a light on the truth.
To show others what is possible.
To change the course of history.
To remind you of the power in yours.
There is power in your voice, but only when you use it.
The last 3 points of the first half all belong to Team Apuzzo. As a result of that run, they won the first quarter. They also took down the 20 points in quarter number 2. They have the 6-2 advantage with 20 minutes left in the summer of 2023 Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, presented by Tops. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor with you. Court was a 5-time national champion at Maryland, and that's not easy to do, by the way. But from your vantage point here, watching the first half of play, did it appear as if there was one team that had a little bit more energy than the other?
You know, I think Sam Apuzzo just has her team firing on all cylinders. When she gets excited, everyone else gets excited, and she just has that air about her. When she's pumped up, whether she's scoring or anyone else, she gets everyone going.
Speaking of the scoring, it was Izzy McMahon who begins this highlight parade with a lightning bolt goal.
Izzy McMahon, she's so fun to watch on the field. You've called her the jitterbug before, and that's because she's so fast and shifty on the field. But then you have the smooth stick work of Taylor Van Thoff. Nice work around the crease. Arsenault sharing the ball with Gilbert, and then a bunch of assisted goals. Arsenault to Van Thoff again. Marie McCool capped off the scoring for Team Marino with that low angle shot. And then Moreau serving the same thing right back for Team Apuzzo. Dempsey Arsenault getting to the cage quickly, firing right down the center. And then one more for the captain, Sam Apuzzo.
So many offensive talents out there. Sam Apuzzo attempting to chase down Taylor Marino for the overall title this summer. Courtney, when we look at the first half numbers, they're indicative of a game that's closer than 6-2.
It is. I'd say the biggest difference, of course, 3 more shots for Team Apuzzo. But again, I think it's that extra pep in the step. This is the last game for a long season. And right now, they just have the ball in their favor. Things just seem to be going well for them. They don't have any fouls called against their team, and they're just feeling confident. So if something's going to change, I do expect for it to come out of the half for Team Marino.
Time to go all out now. Leave it all on the field with 20 minutes to go in this summer season. 6-2 for Team Apuzzo. We'll bring it your way in just a moment on ESPN. Courtney, by the way, if you're looking through the merchandise tent, I'll take size large nowadays. That'll be just fine. 6-2 for Team Apuzzo after 2 quarters of play with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse presented by Tops. As we get you to the overall leaderboard up to the minute, just a reminder, the top 4 today will be medalists. The top 1 is the gold medalist and individual champion. Everybody else trying to move up as high as they can to improve their standing on the leaderboard, their bonus pool money, and how much that will be contributed to their charitable causes as well.
Joe, the easiest way to do that, you have individual statistics, scoring goals, causing turnovers, making saves. Sam Apuzzo already closing the gap between her and Taylor.
Taylor Marino joining us before we start the third. Taylor, what did you see in the opening 20 minutes?
Really, really hard. Defensively, we're playing well. Offensively, we're getting some great looks. We just got to finish them.
Taylor, what can we expect from your team in gold for the second half?
I think just changing our mindset, going in, having fun, enjoying our moment together, and enjoying the last opportunity to play lacrosse for a little while. So that's kind of what we're going to go into the second half with.
Taylor, stay with us for a second. Compare last summer, your championship win, to how this summer has transpired.
I definitely say that it's been a difficult adjustment. My first full year not playing college lacrosse, so the training aspect was certainly a transition for me. But otherwise, super excited to be having another opportunity to play.
Taylor, we appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Absolutely.
Team Apuzzo in orange, 6-on-6 at this end, as you hear Taylor barking out her defensive assignments. You know, I read something about Taylor Marino with Apuzzo on the go here. She never played more than 2 minutes of varsity lacrosse in high school. She was on the team for 5 years. Who was that much better than her that she only played 2 minutes in high school?
You know, it just goes to show, you kind of think of that MJ story, right? He didn't even make a team his freshman year. Just stick with it. You never know what can happen. Your skills are constantly progressing.
Marino would go on to win the national championship at North Carolina. Apuzzo off the split dodge from right to left, fires through the screen. She scores. That was a beautifully disguised shot.
Beautifully disguised, well placed, through a lot of traffic. We see Van Thoff from X as she starts to have a little cut through. Her teammate, Ali Mastriani with the duck, could have been screening part of this, as well as the defense. When there's a lot of traffic in front of you, it makes it hard as a goalkeeper to come up with those stops. You just have to flush it and look at the next one up. But Sam Apuzzo, she just earned herself another 12 points for that goal.
Piling it on. She'll need to do that in the second half if she is to overtake Marino for the top spot on the leaderboard. We'll be sharing that leaderboard with you throughout the half. Earlier today, Team Bosco prevailing over Team Glenn, the rookie captain getting a win. So those players who are wearing blue and purple done for the season. Marino and Apuzzo will round out this campaign. Colson with a draw control 2-point possession. And Taylor Van Thoff, who was vitally important in the opening half to Team Apuzzo with a couple of goals in the opening quarter, sets up shop. Team Apuzzo has won 4 of the last 6 straight up against Team Marino. Mastriani, neat moves, fires, and scores! Mastriani overpowers Marino there.
So winning the draw is directly right now translating into goals being scored. First 2 draws won, first 2 possessions, goals. Nobody making contact with the ball handler. You cannot allow their hands to not have any pressure on them. When they have too much space, there's a lot of power that they are able to generate. And right now, defense is just kind of slacking off, giving these attackers a lot of room, which is not what you want to do in order to stop another team's run.
When Marie McCool scored back in the opening quarter, it made it a 3-2 game. Since then, 5 unanswered for Team Apuzzo. Folks, Athletes Unlimited and Topps unveiling the first ever set of trading cards that feature all 4 Athletes Unlimited sports combined into one set. 200-card base set featuring 185 athletes from the 22 season. Available at major retailers, Target, Barnes & Noble, hobby shops, and through Topps.com and Fanatics.com. Early stages of the third quarter. Simpkins comes up with the ground ball. This will roll out of bounds. The 2 tallies coming quickly for Team Apuzzo in less than a half a minute. Big guns, Apuzzo and Mastriani on the board. We shout out thanks to all the men and women in our technical crew, our production staff led by Kristen and Sydney for a month-long journey of hard work and dedication. All of our editors, everybody at Ross Productions, we can't thank you enough. Team Apuzzo asking for time with an 8-2 advantage early on in the second half. We'll take it with them. Catch our breath. Bring you back to USA Lacrosse HQ in just a moment. Team Apuzzo putting more and more distance between themselves and Team Marino. It's an 8-2 advantage, 2-zip in the third quarter alone. Team Apuzzo attempting to sweep through those 20 points available for each quarter win. Courtney Martinez-Connor, let's think back to the opener today. Team Bosco downing Team Glenn. These were the MVPs. Charlotte North with an incredible performance.
Charlotte North carried the team in blue on her back. It was tremendous to watch her out on that field. Some 2-point goals, 5 regular goals all around. Kat Buchanan, we even saw step onto the field. She relieved Kaylee Waters and did her job before Kaylee stepped back in. And then Abby Bosco, their captain, doing her job, working between the 30s, corralling 2 ground balls and 2 draw controls.
Abby Bosco picking up MVP votes in that first game. And Abby, we see Kat Buchanan also joining you on that MVP list. What was it like to see her get to her first few minutes in Athletes Unlimited and play well?
Yeah, it was incredible. Kaylee did a phenomenal job in, being like, hey, let's switch it up for a second. Let's see what that does for them. And I think Kat was ready, and she stepped up and had 2 amazing saves in there. And I think that was really able to turn the momentum for us. And Kaylee came in and did a phenomenal job, did what she does, and finished the game out for us.
Abby, as you are watching this final game of Athletes Unlimited, the score 8-2, are you a little bit surprised?
I am. I mean, these two teams are both incredible. I thought it would be a nail-biter, a 1-goal game, maybe a little shootout action I was hoping for, but it's been an incredible game. There's incredible players out on the field.
Still early, Abby, still early.
It's still early. You never know. That's what I love about the 2-point goal is anything is possible.
There's a lot of firepower out there. You see Sam Apuzzo ready to restart now as we're in this third quarter. When you're guarding against Apuzzo, what is required to try and slow her down?
Oh, you got to throw everything at her. She knows how to beat anything and everything, so I think it's just trying to contain her the best you can and lock her off, deny her the ball to kind of get that offense out of their flow a bit because she's definitely their flow person and their kickstarter of their offense.
Abby, defensively, we see a lot of girls making hard contact, aggressive play. Is that one of your most exciting parts about Athletes Unlimited?
It's so fun just getting to play it all out. It's super competitive, everyone's super passionate, and I think that's what makes it so fun.
Abby, we thank you for your time. We'll see you post-game.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Abby Bosco, our star in the stands. She liked her first journey so much she did it again. Dorney to the goal. Ohlmiller next. Ohlmiller fires, kick save there. Downstairs, the stop turned away by Britt Reed in the cage. 5 points for every save there. Britt Reed had 7 against Bosco earlier in the week. Put up another 6 yesterday. Among the all-time leaders in stops is Britt Reed, now in her 3rd season as an Athletes Unlimited pro. Just past the 3-minute mark in the third quarter, the final game of the summer. Once we're through, we'll get you set for post-game ceremonies, during which the 4 medalists will be announced. Defender of the Year, Teammate of the Year as well. Apuzzo on the go. That pass to the interior was a tough catch for Van Thoff, and back comes Marge Donovan, another of the outstanding rookie defenders we've seen this year, 80 in the gold. Marge was a very good defender in basketball. She takes a lot of those categories and those capabilities with her to the lacrosse field. There's the top 5 at the moment on the leaderboard, still spinning. Glenn and Bosco's days are done. McCool can add to her leaderboard tally here. Long range. Reed made the stop on a BB from McMahon, who was looking for 2. Mastriani rolls away from the pressure, then bats this one to midfield. Lizzie Colson keeps it hot. Van Thoff will track it down on the first-time ground ball, but Simpkins was right there on her hands.
And this is exactly what we're talking about, that back and forth, the aggressive play. Every single ball matters. Every ground ball you pick up, you win 2 points. Every caused turnover plus 14. They are leaving it all out on the field, but I will say as the time continues to tick down, Team Marino, they've got to find that spark, and they need to find it quickly, although it's making it more exciting as Sam continues to move up that leaderboard.
Scotty Rose Growney on the go. Team Apuzzo has the only 2 goals in the third, so they have the lead in the chase for those 20 points per quarter. Gilbert will kick it to Apuzzo. Emma Trenchard right there with her. Apuzzo leans in, using some leverage to spin and score!
What a slithery move. I'm not even sure how she squeezed through this double team. Whenever you're in a double, it's like a V. You want to hold on to that body positioning. We're watching live as the leaderboard moves. Sam Apuzzo with another plus 12 after this goal. We see her baiting with the defensive player, Trenchard, and then McCool sliding defense in. She kind of closed the gap, but you got to hold body. You can't go for a swing. And you got to make sure that you are not split through with that offensive player, as Apuzzo was able to do.
17 career hat tricks for Sam Apuzzo. She credits Shannon Smith as her playing mentor. What type of player was Shannon back in the day?
Oh gosh, at Northwestern, there was nothing she couldn't do. Countless national championships. As a head coach herself, she just likes to churn out quality players as well. She was the kind of girl who you wanted the ball in her stick as the game ended. And Sam, very similar, just really fiery, the two of them.
Marie McCool comes up with this ground ball more than halfway through the third. Sam Apuzzo, daughter of Mike and Rose, will have to be very proud of their baby girl, trying to chase down Taylor Marino, the defending champion who's attempting to repeat. Aldave played the full season this summer. She was an injury replacement late last summer. Kennedy marked by Palermo, Allie there. Gives so much credit to Kelly Amonte Hiller for how she's grown as a person and as a player. Her head coach in Evanston, Illinois. McCool working from the top. Big deficit for Team Marino. Shot clock's at 10. Naslonsky ready to go. TT Naslonsky, the rookie out of Rutgers. The Rutgers record book should just be the Naslonsky Chronicles. She's got her name everywhere. Reed made a stop there as we leak below the 4-minute-to-go mark in the third.
Joe, the biggest difference, a lot of ball movement when Team Apuzzo has that ball, mixing up the defense until it's time to attack, whereas when you set up long isolation dodges or sweeping movements, it just makes it a little easier to hone in on that ball carrier.
That's the voice of Courtney Martinez-Connor. Joe Beninati with her in the booth. Maria Tribalpiece working the sidelines for us. Sam Apuzzo has the hat trick today. Gilbert on the board again. She's the only player who can say she scored in every game this summer. Lauren matched up with Wakefield. Wakefield has the ability to silence the top guns in this league. Mastriani picked up by McCool. Shot clock's at 8. Feed to the interior, swing and a miss on the quick stick for Gilbert. Arsenault will chase this down, or rather Scotty Rose Brownie just flails it in Arsenault's direction. It's a shot clock violation, -2 for everybody in orange.
So that has to give a little pep in the step if you're in that gold jersey. You were just able to stop a high-powered offense, an offense that has scored 6 straight goals against you. You know you can come up with a big stop. You just need to do it on a consistent basis. While at the reverse end of the field, let that defense translate into some offense.
Trying to help the captain, Taylor Marino, who today has broken her single-season save record, the one she authored last year on the way to winning the title. Marino at the moment credited with 5 stops. Britt Reed is up to 8 with 2:07 to go in the third. Now Allie Kennedy. Changing speeds, fires. Good crossover save there by Reed, who loves to outlet and start fast break. It's Wood, 4-on-3. Wood driving in. Roll dodge Kayla Wood to the cage, snuffed out there. Marino shut her down. 5 more points for Taylor with every stop. She sends Donovan back the other direction. In this third quarter, the points are 3-love in favor of Team Apuzzo, the chase for those 20 points.
Izzy McMahon with some major hops, saving that ball from sailing out of bounds. Again, a little bit of life here in Team Gold. It's what they need. They're making some stops on the defensive end of the field, whether it be saves or causing turnovers, forcing bad passes.
McCool on the way, sent it wide. Naslonsky recovers. She snapped that left-handed bid wide of the goal. Courtney, do you start thinking about a 2-point attempt now with your team trailing by this much and only 11 minutes left?
You know, Naslonsky is at that 8-meter, that free position line.
Yellow card issued to number 35.
You know, she's a quick, speedy player.
Stick to the head. Yellow card, releasable.
Card against Lizzie Colson. Naslonsky going to goal. She scores, using that speed from free position.
You know, before she took that shot, my first reaction is take it in. She's fast. No need to set up that player up option. They just need a goal. Since she's so fast off that line, she was able to produce. And we saw Britt Reed coming out high. Look at that, stepping outside of the crease. It's just a matter of shooting it around the keeper when they're taking up so much space with that high arc.
9-3 now for Team Apuzzo in orange. Folks, you can join the Unlimited Club, and as an Unlimited Club member, a gold member, you'll receive that lacrosse gold box. The box includes a Taylor Cummings bobblehead, our inaugural champion, a hoodie, and much more. Limited quantities are available, so go for the gold today at auprosports.com/membership. Draw circle. McCool and Van Thoff. Set up by the official Erica Leslie. Simpkins there. Ella Simpkins, who credits her Syracuse assistant coach back in the day, Reggie Thorpe, for helping her believe in herself. Kennedy has possession. Just a 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock in what has been a 3-1 lead for Team Apuzzo in the third. Aldave snaps this to McCool, picked up by Colson. Here comes a double from Dowdy. Marie's shot sails high. Aldave sets it back for Dorney. That's deflected. The Apuzzo defenders have been swarming, outstanding. This is Dowdy into the run, a 4-on-3 fast break. Meg Dowdy all the way to the cage, stick checked in expert fashion by Wakefield. Plus 14 there for the caused turnover for 23 in the goal. Then her pass will be chased down by Kennedy. 2 seconds left in the frame. That will do it. After 3 in Sparks, Maryland, Team Apuzzo has the healthy lead, and they have swept all 3 quarters, winning the third 3-1.
A tremendous effort, again, starting off strong here in the third quarter, Team Apuzzo. But Marino's team coming to life. They've scored a goal at the end of the third. Can they let that be the spark and continue that effort on into the fourth quarter?
Going all the way back to July 20th. 24 days ago is when it began, when Mira Shane started to roll with Athletes Unlimited. We have now just 10 minutes left. 9-3 for Team Apuzzo in the race for number 1 on the leaderboard. Stay right there.
Third, the throw home, got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN is sponsored by Tops and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. In this, the final day of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse Season 3, this is the final game. Team Apuzzo and Team Marino. You see Taylor behind the mask with her squad dressed in gold. Taylor watching Sam goggles up with her squad dressed in orange. Team Apuzzo has swept the first 3 quarters, banked all 60 points for all 14 players on the roster. They're in cruise control with 10 minutes to go, 9-3. Friends, for every assist during this year's Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse season, Aspiration committed to planting 10 trees. As we came into play today, there were 138 assists, so at least 1,380 trees from Aspirations in Season 3.
A lot of fun watching Team Apuzzo sharing that ball. A lot of facilitating on that field for the team in orange.
9-3 for Team Apuzzo with 10 minutes to go. Maria Tribalpiece had a chance to catch up with 14 in the orange.
Courtney, you mentioned that it's fun watching Team Apuzzo. Well, they're having a ton of fun in the huddle. They came right in. Everybody's cheering and yelling. Sam Apuzzo said, "We're like gnats right now. We're not going away. I want us to keep being aggressive and play the way that we're playing."
Maria, we appreciate the thoughts, and we thank all the athletes, the facilitators, the officials on the field for their cooperation and their friendship. It is fantastic to work with them. Final 10 minutes, 9-3 for Team Apuzzo in orange. Mastriani racing for a ground ball. Allie rolled it back into the pack. No release just yet, and there's Dempsey Arsenal doing one of the things that she does best, sprint to a loose ground ball and claim it.
Now, Joe, when we saw the split screen of the entire team in orange, Team Apuzzo smiling, laughing, as you had mentioned, as they watch their captain move up the leaderboard. She's at 1,559 points now. Again, we have fourth quarter points that are worth 20, an overall win worth 45. Can guarantee she will get another one of those MVP points. She just always produces on the field, and that's if she doesn't have any more individual statistics as well.
Still plenty of time left to pursue those as Gilbert is chased by Trenchard. Emma Trenchard peeking out on number 1 in the orange. Apuzzo give and go. Gilbert to the net, sent it wide of Marino. Backed up by Mastriani, 4 seconds to shoot. Arsenal off the split dodge inside. Marino makes that save. Didn't track the rebound very well, but she'll find it in the circle. Another stop for Marino. Give her 7 on the day. Marino, 10 or more saves in 18 of her 22 games before today. That long pass plucked out of the air by Wood. A caused turnover, plus 14 for Kayla. She had 3 caused turnovers back on Thursday, and those were all straight up against Charlotte North. All Charlotte did earlier today was score 6 times to help Team Bosco win. On the leaderboard, the only players that can pick up points now are dressed in gold and orange. Moreau on the move. Her first experience in Athletes Unlimited has been a very good one. Gilbert, those fast feet. Mastriani, no shooting room. Shot clock's at 17. Mastriani off the head fake. Van Thoff, keep it whirling. Moreau had that one hit the defender. That drilled Simpkins. It appeared in front. Going to be a card here. Second time today, Simpkins has been dropped by a shot to her leg. Player up situation for Team Marino. Nobody on the board yet in the fourth. We play 10-minute quarters in Athletes Unlimited. We hear from Lynn
Following play
Bowers.
is under review. It's an official's review to determine yellow or red card.
So Lynn Bowers wants to see if this is a yellow or a red. Courtney, what's the difference between the cards here? What's the differentiation?
You know, a red card would be a shot above the knee. That would be minus 8 points for the shooter. For a yellow card, minus 4. I mean, it looked like it hit her. This one actually a little bit lower. Last time it was higher hip. This one still seems to be above the knee. Yep, right in the thigh.
First 2 weeks of the season, we saw a couple of players ejected.
It's
with
almost
red
like
cards.
Meg Dowdy. Remember Meg Dowdy getting hit?
Meg Dowdy got hit in the head.
But several times in one game.
Yes.
It's like the ball was just a magnet towards her.
The officials sorting through their reviews, the replay angles that they have, some of which are different than the ones we share with you on ESPN. This review coming 2 minutes and 19 seconds into the fourth of what has been a one-sided game. Bowers is finished with the review. She'll let us know.
After further review, it is a red card and it's a 2-minute non-releasable penalty.
And that's all for Amy Moreau. The red card carries the ejection. While Simpkins carries the bruise for a while.
You know, Joe, and this could be a big advantage for Team Marino. 2 minutes, they have an opportunity to be a player up. They score, win the draw, score, win the draw. You can have as many as you want during that time frame. It's almost like high school rules, which is a big positive.
I'll put my money on Aldave inside. Aldave has a sense for cutting around the cage. Here she is outside the 8-meter key. Kennedy picked up by Wood. McMahon spins it for Dorney. Waiting for the play to develop. Kennedy and McCool, the speed merchant midfielders. Shot clock's at 18.
But you got to penetrate as well. When you're catching around the perimeter, they need people moving inside. You got to penetrate with the ball. It's not just standing.
7 seconds to shoot. McCool outside. Oldmiller lets it go. She scores! Kylie Oldmiller asking for the 2-point marker from distance.
Team Marino incredibly relaxed offensively, taking their time. Aldave on the inside, Joe, just like you knew that's where she'd be. It's where she's most effective in terms of finishing. Kylie Oldmiller with the power shot. Looked like her foot was on the line. Not sure if the referees are gonna look to review this themselves or not, but I don't think anybody's asked for an official review either.
Kylie Oldmiller, who has had hat tricks in each of her last 3 games. She gets credited with the single strike there on the player up. Folks, if you're looking to win a cool piece of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse memorabilia, here's your chance.
The following goal is under review. It's an official's
They are going
review.
to review this, but we saw Oldmiller's foot on the line. It's your chance to win an autographed ball by Charlotte North and Sam Apuzzo. Go to auprosports.com/sweepstakes for rules, regulations, and to win today.
You know, point of notice, they said an official review, not a captain's challenge. So this is the referees choosing to take a look as to whether or not this was a 2-point goal. And we can see right here, her right foot is right on the line.
That's definitive. Buzz bomb from Oldmiller.
The ruling on the field stands. It is a 1-point goal.
Lynn Bowers, been our table official throughout the summer. She confirms what we just saw. The score is 9-4 now. The extended player up opportunity here for Team Marino after Amy Moreau was excused from the game. A red card for a shot that struck Ella Simpkins above the knee. Oldmiller chomping at the bit. Chance to make a late rally with less than 7 minutes to go in the summer of 2023 with Athletes Unlimited Season 3. Hope that you'll stay tuned. Championship season number 4 for Athletes Unlimited Softball has 2 more weeks to run. We wish our colleagues and all the athletes in Rosemont, Illinois, the very best. Simpkins will power her way to the attack third with Oldmiller. Time's a-wasting now. Team Marino in the goal needs to heat up offensively. The ejection to Moreau means that Team Apuzzo will be playing 1 player short for the balance of this quarter. McMahon working to the outside. Izzy McMahon teaming up with Emma Trenchard this week for Team Marino. Their moms have some pretty cool family lacrosse ties. Aldave on the outside. Oldmiller spins against Arsenal. Skipping on through. Shot clock's at 8. McMahon fires and scores! A rocket from Izzy McMahon.
You could see that play developing. It's a matter of where is the 2v1 and how do you find it as quick as possible. It's on this backside. Izzy McMahon, Marie McCool, Allie Kennedy. They were the three of them being covered by two defenders, and then you find the 2v1 from that point. Izzy McMahon had a lot of time and room to wind up. Now the last 3 goals have been scored for Team Marino. These are the things that they need, that little spark. Was it going a player up that gave them the confidence? Either way, they have now closed the gap to just 3. Still a lot of time left. Make that
Should be 9-5. Should be 9-5 on McMahon's second. 2-0 for Team Marino in the fourth quarter, the chase for those 20 points. McMahon, who a week ago tallied a season high 4 times. Halfway there right now. 5:43 left. Back inside the draw circle we go. Kim Kramer gets him set. McCool's going to try to come out of there with the ball against Mastriani. And this pops right to Simpkins for draw control possession. Kennedy takes it off the turf, motors in, trail checked by Mastriani. The towering midfielder able to go over the head on Allie. One Allie to the other.
And I'll tell you, that turf does not feel good when you hit the ground and slide. Allie Kennedy checking out her arms after that fall in transition. I do think they have to step out, Team Marino. They need the ball back. If you're gonna lose, you might as well take the loss from going out, creating some potential cause turnovers.
Beautiful late Sunday afternoon here in Sparks, Maryland, as that one is sent wide by Scotty Rose Growney. 20 seconds to shoot. Gilbert stick checked on the entry by Wakefield. Ground ball comes up for Apuzzo, who has 3 goals today. Feed it. Arsenal step in and fire. A stop there for Marino. Marino and Apuzzo began the day on the top of the leaderboard, the chase for the individual champion. 57 players in residence, including Haley Radigan. You see the 20 points available in the fourth, led for the moment by Team Marino. Arsenal just chilling on the flank. Off of a goal and 3 assist performance yesterday, she and Captain Apuzzo were dazzling together. Trenchard taking care of Apuzzo this trip, forcing her outside the 8-meter key. Mastriani into the ditch, thanks to McCool. Scotty Rose Growney poked at by Simpkins. Less than 4 to go in this season. Stay with us post-game ceremonies. Gilbert sent it wide. We'll have the top 4 on the leaderboard medaling. There'll be a Defender of the Year award, Teammate of the Year award as well. Apuzzo wants control now to take it off the end line. This is going to be a shot clock violation against the team in orange. Fans are having a great time in the stands. We need to thank them for all the energy they've brought to the field this summer and the way they uplift the players. Final 3 and change. Can McMahon continue to lead this spirited comeback? Palermo hawking her. Oldmiller against Dowdy. Kennedy sweeping across the top against Wood. Courtney, when time allows, what makes Dowdy the defender she is? She has neutralized Kylie very well today. Kennedy on the run, stopped by Reed.
You know, she's just very fundamentally sound. Anytime she sits low, she's not going for any crazy checks. It's just good fundamental footwork, hand positioning, angles.
Team Apuzzo facilitator Catherine Conway asking for time. We'll take it just the same. The captain trots off to get a breather. 9-5 for Team Apuzzo down the stretch. In the fourth quarter, Team Marino rallying. Goals from O'Miller and McMahon, making this a 9-5 overall game. If Marino wins the fourth, her squad, everybody in gold, would receive 20 points for their leaderboard tally. Courtney, it's time for us to check out the video of the Team Marino rally. They've bounced back. They've got the last three on the board.
Team Marino, great job, and it all started with TT Neslansky when she was fouled, using her speed on that free position, and then 2 player-up goals. First, Kylie O'Miller firing it out, and then Izzy McMahon showing her power and range. They've closed the gap, but can they continue doing so in these final few minutes?
Taylor Marino still in the huddle with her squad down the final 3 minutes, 2.5 to be specific, 2:38 left in the fourth, with a team in goal trailing by 4. Earlier today, Team Bosco prevailed over Team Glenn. If you didn't catch us for that one earlier this Sunday, it was a premier performance from Charlotte North. She scored 6 times to tie her single game scoring record with the likes of Kylie O'Miller and Nicole Levy. North has done that trick twice now in her career. As you see the drought that's been going through Team Apuzzo, Taylor Marino is the one who's kept them off the board the last 12 minutes. Taylor, if you can hear us, just how proud are you of your mates for rallying now in the fourth?
Yeah, I think the team's doing a great job of finally finding our composure, putting some in the back of the net and giving us an opportunity to at least win a quarter here. So kudos to them, and I'm really proud of how they've come out.
Taylor, you always talk about having fun on the field, and you guys certainly seem to be having that fun right now. How do you keep it so light?
Yeah, I definitely think it's just a matter of remembering while we're here and remembering that we're doing something that we love, and it's a great opportunity to do so. So just taking advantage of those moments.
Taylor, thank you very much. We'll catch up with you post-game. So appreciative of all the efforts of the players who've joined us on microphone this summer, bringing us into the game as they do time after time. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in this one. 9-5 in favor of Apuzzo.
Joe, and I'm not sure how many people realize how difficult it is to chat with us while the ball is actively chasing you down. Taylor Marino, she knows she's in the hunt. Sam is coming strong after her, and yet she still continues to give us that access.
Gilbert had her beat there and cranked it off the post. Long rebound for Scotty Rose Growney, shaking loose from Marge Donovan. Courtney, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank you, Maria, both of you guys on the air with us for your time and your talents. Roll back here. Vanthoff kick save by Marino. Special thanks to Russ and Hal and Paul for crunching all the numbers, for Isabel and Acacia for keeping the booth ship shape for us. With 83 seconds left in this summer season. 9-5 for Team Apuzzo. Sam needed an enormous performance to try and overtake Marino. You can see the difference between those two. The top 4 will medal. Still to play for positioning in the last 60 seconds. The higher you climb on the leaderboard overall, the better you do with respect to the bonus pool and the amount of money that you can help donate to your charitable cause. Arsenault, always a factor on the leaderboard tallies. Gilbert's bouncer goes way wide as we tick down to 40 seconds left. Vanthoff will flip it. Mastriani from deep, rattles one off the post and in. A 2-point strike for Ali Mastriani. That's icing on the cake.
Joe, this has just made things incredibly interesting. A 2-point tally. Scotty Rose Growney immediately gets it into her fellow Tar Heel stick. Ali Mastriani for 2 from downtown. Look at this. Sam Apuzzo, she knows what this means. This fourth quarter is tied now at 2 points apiece. If nobody scores again, it'll automatically, those 20 points in the fourth, go to the winner. So instead of just 45 for the win, Apuzzo could potentially be getting 60 points if Team Marino does not win this draw and come up with a quick goal.
Still a chance for Sam Apuzzo. when we do all the math, it'll come down to post-game MVP voting. The two teams will vote. 3 players will receive MVP votes. As we get set to the draw, Apuzzo has the 11-5 advantage. All of the accounting work will be done once the MVP votes are complete. There's no appeals process on this last day of the season. Champions Week coming to a conclusion in 24 ticks. And once again, Team Apuzzo will down Team Marino. Whenever these two captains have squared off, it's been in Sam's favor. They will have won. Team Apuzzo will have won 5 of the 7. They meet just about every Sunday in Athletes Unlimited. 15 seconds left. Mastriani will give some ground. And we are all through with Athletes Unlimited Season 3. And Team Apuzzo victorious in Game 24.
Team Apuzzo avenging their loss to Team Glenn from yesterday, finishing strong. Sam has got to be incredibly proud of those teammates in orange.
So you mentioned the point totals, deadlocked in the 4th on the Mastriani 2. So it does turn out to be a clean sweep for Team Apuzzo. 80 points, 20 per quarter, plus the 45 for the win. And those in orange profit greatly as a result. Sam Apuzzo a season ago placed second to Taylor Marino by all of 16 points. As we entered play today, the defending champ had a much greater lead than she did a season ago. Photo opportunity for the gang in orange. Taylor Marino, more than likely, going to be celebrating as a repeat champion. But there is some math to be figured out.
And Sam Apuzzo, number 14 right there, is standing in her way. She had 3 goals, 1 assist. If I had to count on her, numerous caused turnovers, she always has them. But sweeping the day, 20 points each quarter, 45 for the win.
Test 1, 2.
She did everything in her power to put her team, as well as herself, in better positions on that leaderboard.
Maria Tribal Piece has Sam Apuzzo right now.
Told me before the game that you wanted to have fun. Was that mission accomplished?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We talked about it the entire game, that when we play free, we play our best, and that's kind of what we did today.
So you come up with the victory. How proud are you of this team?
I'm so proud. We bounced back from yesterday, and we pulled it together, and we just had a great team win from top to bottom. I'm so proud of this group.
Another end to an Athletes Unlimited season. What has been your favorite moment?
Honestly, just playing. I love to play, and the fact that we only can play one month out of the year, it's just so fun to be here playing with the best players in the world.
Speaking of the best players of the world, how is it off the field getting to spend so much time with them?
It's awesome. You get to know people that you went to school with, even more players you played against, players you never even played before. It's so fun to get to know people, know their story, and just like bond with one another.
This is such a unique format. What makes Athletes Unlimited so special?
I think just the competitiveness that we all bring to the table. I think we are born and bred to work hard and compete, and this is just the perfect platform for us.
We love to watch you compete, Sam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Joe?
Sam Apuzzo maximizing her talents in the 4 weeks. These are not the final tallies. These are not final yet. Taylor Marino edging Sam Apuzzo at the moment. The difference is 57 points. The top 4 players will medal with Athletes Unlimited. Stay with us, folks. Post-game scenario as the players go through the MVP voting. We'll be back to name our champion and give you the 4 medalists for 2023. They played their 40 minutes today. Team Apuzzo and Team Marino, familiar combatants on Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse Sundays. Taylor Marino, the defending champion, had a healthy lead as we began play in game 24 of this summer season. Team Apuzzo doing its best to try and reel in and propel its captain to the top spot as we await the MVP voting and the final tabulations. There can be only one individual champion, Courtney, in Athletes Unlimited. The top 4 will medal. There'll be a Defender of the Year award. We'll also learn of the inaugural Teammate of the Year in what has been a very fun and action-packed 4 weeks here in Sparks, Maryland.
You know, Joe, every single game was so exciting. Most were decided by a goal or two. Obviously, this championship game different than what we would have expected. However, it did make for a very exciting ending. Sam Apuzzo, every single player in orange doing their job, what was needed to potentially propel their captain into that first place slot. Can't wait to see what transpires as we take a look at Mira Shane.
We talk often about the Player Executive Committee. That was the group you were looking at, the PEC. Mira Shane, Lindsay McCone, the co-chairs. Athletes are the leaders and decision makers with Athletes Unlimited. All 4 teams, 56, 57 players out there awaiting the final word. The inaugural champion in 2021 was Taylor Cummings. A season ago, Taylor Marino, as a rookie, prevailed. We didn't know that she had one until the very last instant. She squeaked out that victory by 16 points, edging Sam Apuzzo. And those two, again, are the primary combatants at the top of the leaderboard this summer.
Season 3 in Athletes Unlimited definitely provided next level competition, incredibly fast play, the fluid teams from week to week, making it exciting. And again, every moment counting throughout every game, even to this very last minute as they are figuring out who will be awarded first place position in that gold medal.
Charlotte North there earlier in the day, an outstanding 6-goal performance from her, helping Team Bosco win. All the mathematics that's involved on the leaderboard. Final tabulations are being conducted. Anxious moments for the defending champ as she congratulates all of her mates. Shares a big hug there with Allie Kennedy and Britt Reed. Sam Apuzzo wondering if she did enough. Her team victorious in the last game over Team Marino by an 11-5 margin. The PEC posing for a picture. Sam, another hat trick, almost assuredly part of the MVP voting for the 25th time in her career. And there's Little River. There's Little River, hoisted high by Charlotte North. River Reed.
And check out that jersey. Love it.
Son of Britt Reed and Christy Foote, having the time of his very, very young life. Everything began on July 20th here at USA Lacrosse HQ in Sparks, Maryland, some 20 miles north of Baltimore. The players played 12 games, a total of 24 for us, all in doubleheader fashion. And today's final day,
Athletes Unlimited MVP. This is what Athletes Unlimited
as we are set now to join the public address announcers here at USA Lacrosse HQ to understand and to learn who has prevailed, who has earned a top 4 medal. Courtney, sometimes the waiting is the hardest part.
It's called building anticipation as calculations are being done. All I know is Little River living his best life out on the field. And like Britt Reed said, she is just grateful that she can balance it all, and she's having her son grow up in that women's sports world. But one more look, it's Sam Apuzzo, number 14 in orange. Her record day today, 3 goals, 1 assist, a dominating performance for Sam Apuzzo and the team in orange.
So she has scored 14 times in 7 games against this keeper, the defending champion Taylor Marino, who once again upheld her end of the bargain.
Whenever Taylor Marino's in goal, you know a lot of saves are gonna be made. She stands tall, is a complete brick wall, and just loves having fun with her teammates in gold.
Saves from Taylor throughout the summer. One of only 3 players to wear just one single jersey color. Marino was in goal for 4 weeks, Apuzzo in orange for 4 weeks, and Caroline Wakefield was part of Marino's entry each and every week in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Team Marino falling today, 2-1 in week 4. Team Apuzzo gets the win, 2-1 for them in the final week of play. All the players, all the colors represented, and awaiting the outcome of the medalist vote as we send you to the public address announcer.
It's time now to present the awards for the Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse Season 3. Joining the athletes on the field, please welcome former Player Executive Committee member and current member of the Board of Directors, Amber McKenzie. Joining Amber is the Director of Sport, Abby Jackson. And to present the medals today are the athletes from the Player Executive Committee, Lauren Gilbert, Sam Apuzzo, and Meg Dowdy. And to say a few words are co-chairpersons Mira Shane and Lindsay McComb.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Woo! What a season! My name is Mira Shane. I'm the co-chair of the Player Executive Committee, and this is
Lindsay McCone, co-chair to the best co-chair of the Player Executive Committee.
Linz, take it away.
Well, we just wanted to start and thank so many people that made this happen. First, John and Jonathan. Without you, we wouldn't be standing on this field. Abby, you dealt with a lot. And we made it through, and it's been a year in the process, and we could not have been here with anyone else. To the fans, y'all make every weekend so fun for us. You've been cheering, you've been yelling, we love hearing you, so thank you for coming out. And then, lastly from me, to the players, I couldn't have asked for a better group to be on this field with. I think we all play for the love of the game, for growing the sport. We know why we're out here, and I'm so proud to be able to be here and stand here and face all of you, and to thank you for such an amazing season.
Making me tear up. Y'all, other quick thank yous. CSM, they're like the people wearing black, like men in black underneath a tent, but most of them are women. Thank you. As well as MedStar, keeping our bodies healthy. Oh my God, my muscles feel great. It's all because of you. And just all of y'all in front of us in the beautiful colors. You all are the shining light of this league, and you make it what it is, so thank you. To quote Megan Rapinoe, we're gracious and we're humble, and we play the game a certain way, whether we win or whether we lose, okay? And I feel like everybody did that this season. We love y'all. Thank you so much for growing this game. We're making professional women's lacrosse in the U.S. something special. Rock on.
Thank you, Mira, and thank you, Lauren. All right, folks, it's now time to present the awards. First, we'd like to recognize the players who have been named to the 2023 Athletes Unlimited All-Defensive Team. Number 20, Courtney Taylor. Number 23, Caroline Wakefield. Number 35, Lizzie Colson. And number 55, Abby Bosco. A big congratulations for all of your efforts. And from that incredible group of athletes, we named the Defensive Player of the Year. This award was voted on by the players and Unlimited Club members. This rookie defender has ranked among the league's leaders in draw controls and calls turnovers this season and remained near the top of the leaderboard all season long. The 2023 Defensive Player of the Year is number 55, Abby Bosco. Abby played this season for MN Together Foundation. Next, the Teammate of the Year Award. This award was voted on by the athletes and goes to an individual who exemplifies the most growth-minded awareness of the attributes of good character, integrity, and grit. The recipient demonstrates respect to all teammates, opponents, officials, and staff, regardless of performance. Ladies and gentlemen, unofficially, the best sideline dancer in Athletes Unlimited lacrosse history. Congratulations to goalkeeper number 33, Mira Shane. Mira played this season on behalf of the Lachia Clarendon Foundation. Now, fans, it's time for the Athletes Unlimited Leaderboard Awards. In fourth place, a talented rookie, this defensive standout is serving as a captain for the second straight week and has been near the top of the league in draw controls and calls turnovers all summer long. In fourth place, defenseman number 55, Abby Bosco. Abby played for the MN Together Foundation. In third place, a 3-year Athletes Unlimited veteran, this goalkeeper has started every game this season and has served as a captain in each of the last 2 weeks. How about a round of applause for our third place finisher, 00, Katie Glenn, playing this year for Team Impact. In second place, the league's all-time leaderboard points leader. She's been one of the top offensive threats this season and leads the league in MVP votes. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in second place this year, number 14, Sam Puzo. Sam played for all who fight this year. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2023 champion. This second-year netminder has rewritten the Athletes Unlimited lacrosse record books for saves in a single game and season this summer. Ladies and gentlemen, MVP, a tailor-made award for number 30, Taylor Marino. Taylor played for Morgan's Message this year. And now a few words from Taylor Marino.
I'm going to preface this with the fact that I don't like public speaking, but I just want to thank my family, my friends, and my teammates, especially my teammates that I've had the last 4 weeks. I mean, this is a product of and a reflection of all of your support and for obviously doing things on the offensive end, as well as the guys that were playing in front of me. So to Athletes Unlimited, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here and to play the sport that we love to play. And obviously, I'm super grateful for this opportunity, so thank you.
Congratulations to all of the players on an incredible season. And once again, let's hear it for your 2023 Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse champion, Taylor Marino. And with that, we get ready to close the Book of Unlimited for Lacrosse Season 3. The calligrapher is inscribing our champion's name, a tradition that takes place for each champion across all sports. The Book of Unlimited will travel on to Rosemont, Illinois, where softball Season 4 will name their champion in just 2 weeks. And thank you to the folks here at USA Lacrosse.
As the confetti and the streamers fly, Taylor Marino's name is inscribed into the Book of Unlimited, which contains the history of achievements for these tremendous sports, stories, highlights, and events. And for the second time, Marino is a back-to-back champion. And Courtney, from what we understand, the difference was all of 12 points. A season ago, Marino outlasted Apuzzo by 16. This time around, the margin was 12, and the goalie prevails and stands tall.
You know, incredibly proud of the efforts of all of the players on the field, especially the medal winners. But Taylor Marino right there, she talked about her teammates each and every week, about having fun. She knew the leaderboard was there, couldn't get it out of her mind, but ultimately it was just about the relationships on the field.
Maria Tribal piece with Taylor Marino one final time.
Taylor, congratulations for the second year in a row. You are the champion of Athletes Unlimited. How would you describe what you're feeling right now?
I'm super excited and I'm grateful for the opportunity. Obviously being two-time is pretty sick, but that's obviously a testament to everyone that I've had on my team this last 4 weeks. If you don't win games, I wouldn't be standing here right now, so I appreciate all the hard work they've put in, and then obviously just super thankful for Athletes Unlimited for this chance.
Obviously, it's taken a lot to get here. Who has been the most inspirational person in your journey?
Yeah, I think this past year, my girlfriend, Allie Kennedy, who also happens to play in the league, has been just such a supportive person. She's obviously been the person that I've been training with, too. So to see us both come out here and love what we're doing and have the opportunity to play together was really special.
How special is it to spend those moments with Allie on the field, but also your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, it's so great coming back out here now for the second time and getting to play with just such a great group of girls. They really are the ones that make the league what it is, and without them, and obviously we wouldn't be here. So those guys have been super awesome, and it's awesome to see just how far the sport of women's lacrosse has come, and hopefully to see how far it can continue to go.
There's a lot of little girls who watch your game. What would your advice be to them for them to become a champion of Athletes Unlimited?
Yeah, I just think to remember why you do it, why you love it. At the end of the day, when things get super competitive and things don't always go your way, that's the moment at which you have to kind of resettle yourself and remember those things. And then just working on confidence and enjoying the process, it would be my advice.
Thank you so much, Taylor, and congratulations again.
Absolutely, thank you.
Joe, Courtney.
Taylor and Maria, thank you so much. Taylor and her teammates continue to make memories, Court. What stands out to you from 2023?
You know, I think the consistency that we saw on the field from each and every one of these players, battling it out till the very last second of every game, you know, just speaks to their value, their heart, their passion for this wonderful sport of lacrosse. And they get to do it with their best friends. I mean, what's better than that?
Courtney, thank you again. Always appreciate saddling up with you. It's a wonderful ride. Week 3 of Athletes Unlimited Softball continuing tonight on ESPNU, 7 Eastern. Team Davidson squaring off with Team Faremo. All that from the Diamond in Rosemont, Illinois. For one last time, for Courtney, for Maria, for all the men and women in our crew, Joe Beninati, thanks so much for watching. It has been a fantastic summer season as we leave you with this inspiring look back at the best in action. Sneaking out on Griffin, goes behind the back, beautiful. Stuff attempt, score! Highlight reel stuff. High, the Athletes Unlimited record for goals here. Bounces and scores! It's her 6th.
We obviously at the end of the day want to win. Returning as champion is like surreal, but I'm just super excited to be back.
This is my dream.
North on the question mark. She scores. Charlotte has the hot hand early. That allows North to fire and score for 2.
Turn it out for 3. Hit it out for deep. I'm on the street, undefeated for the week. So get about your seat.
Puzo turns and scores. Puzo has her 2nd on the day.
It's a really kind of an aha moment of everything that everyone has created for this league.
Puzo cranks it up, and that's stabbed by Britt Reed.